Good morning and welcome. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's the 27th day of October 2021. Windows 11 has gone live if you're interested. And I am your number one crazy guide to all tabletop role-playing game news, weather, sports, controversy, sarcasm, and speculation. The OGGM. It looks to be a bright and sunny morning here in Ventura, California. It's Wednesday, which means it's time to take a look at all the tabletop role-playing game products that should be, hopefully will be out this week, but wouldn't count on it getting this close to the holidays and with so many issues of things not being in stock and that dwindlingness continuing. You even have announcements now from the government about shortages for coming up with the holidays. So I cannot say with any level of assurity that these products will be out, but they're supposed to be out by the end of this week. So head on down to your friendly local game store, that's S Games and Anime here in Ventura, and ask them about these or if you can order them or what the stock status is. That said, from Kobold Press, we have Southland's World Book, City of Cats, and the Southlands Player's Guide. These are Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition hardcover supplements. Southland World Book is $90, City of Cats is $40, and Southlands Player's Guide is $20. Does the City of Cat actually be about cats? Now it's 200-page plus 3 adventures, dozens of fully detailed illustrated NPCs and new monsters, a poster map of the city, a character sheet for heroes of the city, and a complete gazetteer, but no actual cats. I mean, there does seem to be a cat race in it, but yeah, I guess cat races are a thing in Southlands. The Southlands World Book, of course, tells you about the world of the Southlands, and the Southlands Player Guide tells you everything you need to know to be a player in the Southland tabletop role-playing game 5th edition from Kobold Press. From Kobold Press, we also have Arcane 0 through 3 spell cards, Arcane 4 through 9 spell cards, Cleric spell cards, Druid spell cards, Paladin spell cards, Ranger spell cards, and all the decks of spell cards. So these are Deep Magic Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. I don't know what Deep Magic Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition is as opposed to regular 5th edition, or if they're two separate systems. And they just forgot to put the... Deep Magic appears to be a supplement that Kobold Press made. And then, of course, Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition we know and love. Just whoever wrote this forgot to put the comma. So it reads as Deep Magic Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Anyways, all these decks are going to run about $20, and they are, of course, spells on little teeny cards. So I'm always a fan of these because, you can have your spells that you have memorized right on hand. You don't have to look them up in the book. They're in a little teeny card thing. You could put them in card sleeves like they use for magic cards. And then you're just like, oh, I'm casting Everfull Basket of Broccoli. And then you just got the card right there and going, ooh, Everfull Basket of Broccoli. It's got a little picture of a basket of broccoli on one side, and then it does the detail of all the spells on the other side. If there is not an Everfull Basket of Broccoli spell, there should be. From Steamforged Game, we have Epic Encounter, Web of the Spider Tyrant for Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition. Well, pretty much any game that uses miniatures. This is a boxed adventure in miniatures. They run about $50. There's several of these now. Basically, you get sort of a battle mat. You get a bunch of figures themed to a specific encounter. They can run anywhere from 2 to 5 figures all the way up to 20 or 30 for the ones like the Goblin ones. So this is a great way to get a lot of figures, plus a battle map, plus an adventure encounter setting, all for about $50. From Ultra Pro, we have a tray of rolling for Dungeons & Dragons. So this is an $18, basically, cardboard tray. So you're spending $18 for a shoebox lid. Just what do you think about that? Ultra Pro wants you to spend $18 for basically a shoebox lid. It's got leatherette inner lining to provide quieter rolling experience than a non-slip foam feet. Keep it from shifting during Dungeons & Dragons plays, and it has the Dungeons & Dragons label on it, which is why you're paying $20 for something you get for free every time you buy shoes. It's a shoebox lid. It literally is a shoebox lid. Yeah, sorry. No. I'm sure somebody's going to buy it, but no. Just no. From Crucible 7, we have the Forsaken System Player's Guide for Warhammer 40k. This is a $40 hardcover supplement for Warhammer 40k. Discussing, I guess, the Forsaken and all the things that revolve around the 40k universe and stuff like that. From Catalyst Games for Shadowrun, we have Double Clutch vehicle rules for Shadowrun. From Exalted Funeral, we have Ark. This is a unique new tabletop role-playing game. Oh, I'm sorry. The Double Clutch is $45. From Exalted Funeral, we have Ark. The heroes defy the cruel doomsday clock to save their world from a looming apocalypse. Rules light, tension heavy with dark art. The clock is ticking. Ready sword and spells. It's time to save the world. Sounds a lot like Morka Borg. $30 for the softcover, $60 for the hardcover rulebook for the Ark role-playing game. Other than that, we have very little information on it, other than it sounds a lot like Morka Borg. From Christian Sorrell, Sorrell, for Mothership, we have The Mole on Pirate 1. This is a $5 Mothership adventure, pamphlet kind of thing. So if you are a fan of the Mothership role-playing game and looking for another great adventure for under $10, here you go. From Paraton Publishing, that's Paraton, the dinosaur, we have Uprising at Buzzard's Gulch for Tunnels and Trolls of all things, and a game called Monsters Musters. This is a $25 softcover supplement and entire sandbox campaign settings. You play as wild monsters seeking revenge for the wrongs that society has done to you. So instead of playing the heroes, you play orcs and undead and monsters and ghosts. So if playing monsters and ghosts and going on adventures, terrorizing villagers sounds like your kind of thing, Tunnels and Trolls has brought us Uprising at Buzzard's Gulch. Also, Pathfinder / Pazeo has announced the Pathfinder Nexus official tool set for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. In partnership with Demiplane, I guess they're a computer programming company, they have gone to create a D&D Beyond style digital tool set for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So if you are familiar with D&D Beyond, think of it the same thing, but for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, looks like it's in the beginning phases. So, you know, if you're familiar with D&D Beyond and how it progressed, you know, it's going to start with the basic information from the Pathfinder 2nd Edition Player's Handbook, and then slowly introduce other books for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Considering how badly Pathfinder 2nd Edition is selling right now, unusual choice, but hey, you never know. Also, for the index card role-playing game, Runehammer has announced a Hellbound field themed index card RPG game. So if you're familiar with the index card RPG game, want to get the Masters Edition that's available on Morpheus, or want to get into some, you know, index card role-playing game demon themed stuff, this is also available. And that brings it to an end, I believe, for everything that is coming out on the shelves this week at your friendly local game store that sets games and anime here in Renton. Of course, as I mentioned earlier, I cannot guarantee any of these titles will be available, and your retailers are asking you to do your holiday shopping as soon as possible. I've already started mine, because if you haven't been at a market or a store lately, the shelves are empty. Till next time, I am your guide to all the tabletop role-playing game nonsense, the OGGM. If you appreciate my content, please consider subscribing and helping me hit 1,000 subs. Also, there you have a couple different ways to support me. I have a piece of merch over on Teespring, and soon I will have more than one. Talk to you later. Stay warm, stay dry, stay healthy, stay happy, stay sane. Stay off my land.